What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and this one is one that I haven't done in a little bit. I haven't done it in a couple weeks. I figured it's the best time now to bring everyone up to speed on Phil's to-do list. That's right. If you guys know, a couple weeks back, I put together a small little to-do list for Phil, just things that Phil has had to do for many years, stuff that he hasn't gotten around to because, of course, his money is tied up in other more pressing needs like WWE champions, of course. But now that the support has increased, Phil is now promising his Dents that if they continue supporting him, for several more months, that he'll be able to take care of some of his husbandly duties and won't live in such a pigsty. So that is Phil and his promise. I got a quick little clip here of Phil making that promise to the Dents, telling them, hey, if you continue the Dent Streak, I'll make sure to put that money. I'll make sure to put your hard-earned money to good work. So let's hear Phil talk about what the Dent Streak means to him and his mom. I mean, his wife.
King Streak, been great. It's been amazing. It's helped me tremendously. It has. I would like to keep it going. If it continues, I can continue to do things that will help me out. For example, these things that I've told you about. This later this month when I get paid by YouTube, my wife and I are going to go look for things like a dishwasher, a new fan and light for our dining room because our light ripped out of the ceiling the other day, so we need a new one. Eventually, probably looking for like a new washer dryer. Things for the house we need because we can afford it, right? And I want to actually keep making improvements to the setup. One of the things I said is instead of migrating over to my wife's now 7-year-old outdated PC, instead maybe I could just buy a whole new streaming PC, and that could be what I stream and capture from, and then I could use the gaming PC to game. You know what I mean? But the momentum has been tremendous, and I want to keep it going. If you enjoyed this show today, if you had a good time, please support it. And right now the best way to do that would be tipping. All right, tip, and then let's hit this goal. Let's keep the King Streak going, and then we can celebrate. And I don't want to have to bring it up the entire stream over there on DSP Reacts. The last few weeks during the React streams, we usually hit a big chunk of that goal before we go to the React show. Today we're $10 in, so it would be great right now in the last few minutes we can get some contributions. That would help a lot. So the villain says, what about a vacation? Vacation's not in the cards right now for a couple of reasons. Okay, reason number one, my wife and her work schedule and everything is crazy right now. We don't even know consistently when she's working, how much she's working. It's kind of a mess. It's a jumbled mess. It's not a happy mess at all. And we're working to do things like that, but there's nothing we can really do about that. It's just life, right? It's how life works. That's number one. Number two, we couldn't really go on a vacation because of Jasper Kitty. Jasper Kitty has always been with us since we got him. There's been no significant time away from Jasper Kitty, and he's afraid of other people. Like when people come over to do maintenance on the house or whatever, he freaks out and he runs away and he hides under the bed. He's very friendly with us and nobody else. He's literally scared of everybody else. But can you imagine? Let's go on a vacation for 2 weeks and we go, and poor Jasper Kitty now gets traumatized because we're away for 2 weeks and someone else has to take care of it. We'd probably have to go to one of those board things. You can shelter your cat for a couple of weeks, but that's not, he's used to being in an open house all day long, right? So that's not going to work. He's going to be, it's going to mess him up. So, in that regard, I think if we were ever do a vacation, like, to be honest, yeah, it would be great to finally have a honeymoon, but I don't think we could do it right now. I think that's something that's long-term. You know what I mean? Like many years down the line when things, in a time of transition, that maybe we could squeeze it in or something when it makes sense. But right now it's just not in the cards. It's not. What could be in the cards, all right, is a staycation. And what I mean by that would be, let's say this level of support that I've been getting, the increase in super chats and memberships and tips, it keeps going, for months. Right now it's been about a month, okay? If it continues, then I'm like, wait, maybe we could take a whole week off to stay home, but do things we've wanted to do for ages. We could have a day where we just go out and we do some shopping and we get a nice dinner together. And we're not worried about, we have to rush to this appointment. We have to go grocery shopping today. We have to do this stupid chore. Instead, it's just several days where we get to spend time together. right? Work on stuff. In my garage is a mess. My garage, I've wanted to clean out years, and I just don't have time. You guys should clean out the garage and repurpose it to have room to do things, right? That's what I mean. Just having time with my wife and the family, that's important to me, and that's something I never get, right? So maybe that could be what it is having actual time off from streaming for several days to spend time with my wife would be amazing, because we don't get to do that, and we finally have that, and that would be cool. But I need to get to that point. Right now, it's like the first steps that we're talking about are the necessities that we've had things broken around here for ages that we couldn't afford that we want to do. So I think the dishwasher has been broken for 2 years. That's probably a big thing. That's probably number one. And then after that, we systematically pick at other things around the house here and here, and go from there. So,
God, there's so much to unpack here. There is. So I asked you to give me a few minutes to gather my thoughts. So I took a little notes down here. So, of course, someone asked about a vacation. And, of course, Phil had to bring up every excuse under the sun, which tells you no vacation. Poor cat's not going anywhere. Her ass is sitting on the couch. If she wants to take a vacation, she's going to have to play Skyrim and go to the Skyrim world and engross herself in virtual reality. That's the only fucking vacation she's getting. All right, so he blames the cat. And he's worried that the cat will get PTSD. Phil, it's a fucking cat. Cats don't genuinely like strangers. It's a reflex. It's a reflex mechanism. It's kind of a protection thing for them. They're gonna hide and run away. But you know what happens? They get over it. Cats don't have higher thinking like humans. They don't have that range of motion that we do, where if they're traumatized over something, trust me, dude, if a cat's fucking traumatized about something, you give him a canned food of cat food, and literally 10 minutes he'll forget whatever the fuck happened. Okay, Phil? So that's the first thing. The next thing you want to blame is your wife's job. Your wife works in fucking retail, dude. Your wife works in retail, and it's a job that most people don't fucking want. So they're not just gonna fire your wife because she's gonna take a week off of vacation. You plan that shit ahead, you request a time, and if she doesn't get paid for it, oh well, she's taking the fucking week off. Or she fucking lies and calls in and says, I'm sick, and says she's sick for a fucking week. I have COVID, and be out for a whole fucking week, Phil. It's not that difficult. Again, she's not a fucking CEO of a major fucking hospital or company. She's not a doctor. She's not a surgeon, with that has several heart surgeries that she needs to do. She works in retail, Phil. Okay? It's not that fucking critical. No one's gonna miss that she's gone for a fucking week. Trust me. Okay. The other thing here is you talking about you can't do a vacation, but you can do a staycation, aka i.e. Panda Lee. Your staycation with Panda Lee, Phil. Really? And what does Phil want to do on the staycation? He wants to do fucking chores. He wants to go out one day to go shopping and get a meal with his wife. Motherfucker, you do that every Wednesday and Thursday when you take off. You go shopping and then you and your wife fucking eat food. Every fucking week, dude. How is that different than a vacation? Like, how is that any different? You literally do that on a weekly basis and probably even more than that, Phil. So who are you fucking lying? And then you want to plan out chores? You want to have your wife out there scrubbing the fucking greasy garage floor on her vacation, dude? That's really what you're fucking telling people? Instead of taking a week off and, dude, motherfucker, you can go on any fucking website, Priceline.com, you can type in vacation for two people under, say, $500, and they will find you a fucking vacation that will include the airfare, the hotel for that fucking price, dude. It may not be the best place, but it's somewhere fucking different than the four walls you currently live in. So money is not a fucking excuse for you, Phil. And this bullshit nonsense about the fucking cat, the cat will be fucking fine. You know what you do for the week? I've been gone for 10 days. I was out for 10 days. Me and my whole family. You know what we did? We put out 10 days worth of food, water, and plenty of cat litter, and the cat was fucking fine. When we got home, the cat acted like we were never fucking gone, dude. The cat would be perfectly fine in the fucking house by themselves. All they fucking need is water, food, and litter. That's all they fucking need. You're an accessory, Phil, that they can do without. Trust me, it's not a big fucking deal. God, so many fucking excuses to not spend any money on his fucking wife, man. You're fucking pathetic, brother. You are. You just want to. You rather spend it. You rather spend $1,200 on WWE champions like you did this weekend versus taking your fucking wife out to a honeymoon that she fucking deserves, dude. You're a pathetic ass fucking husband. All right, the next thing I want to tackle, of course, is this to-do list. So Phil has so much shit to do, and it's ridiculous because he could have fixed this shit a long time ago. And what do I mean by that? Okay, so let's look at the list. And I updated how many days it's been. So the honeymoon dates all the way back to April 10th of 2019. We are 1,986 days with zero completion. He doesn't even have 1% for trying, for even looking at maybe Airbnb to see if he can plan a fucking vacation. So 0% complete there, Phil. The zoo goes back to the 14th of April of 2019. 1,982 days, brother, and still zero completion. 0% completion. The 10-year plan, this was the promise that you made with your wife, to your mother, that you were going to get a fucking job. That you were going to transition eventually to a job and it would take you at least 10 years. Dude, we're on 1,982 days, and you still owe your mom $4K, brother. $4K in back taxes, which you never paid back. If you're not going to do the 10-year plan, at least give back your mother the money. Give her back those $4,000 that she gave you because you promised that you would fucking transition and get a real job. So do one or the other, Phil. Do better. Either fulfill your promise to your mother about the 10-year plan and get a real job, or give your mom that $4K that you borrowed from her. All right. So the broken toilet, that broke in February 8th of 2020. And we're going on 1,682 days with zero completion. The broken shower, that broke October 14, 2021. That's been broken for 1,068 days, zero completion. The dishwasher, October 26, 2022. 691 days of no completion, zero completion. You're not even working on that, brother. You're not even working on it. And then, of course, finally, Jasper's blood work, which we found out about that last year, July 14th, 2023. And that's going on 430 days of no blood work before Jasper. 0% completion, Phil. All of this shit that's just been lingering that you've done nothing about, Phil. Not even remotely done anything to address any of these things. And now you're dangling the promise to your dents that if they continue giving you money for the foreseeable future, because this isn't like, oh, I need one more month of support. No, you're talking about months with an S behind it. So, you know, we're talking about forever. In Phil's eyes, he's not talking about 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. He's talking about forever. Until the moment he dies, he expects $150 in tips in support for every fucking stream. That's what Phil's telling you. And he's dangling the promise that if you guys continue supporting him for the next couple months, that he's going to maybe do a honeymoon for his wife, which is a staycation, where he's gonna make his wife do chores, and if, as a reward, he'll take her out or order some DoorDash for her. Okay, and then he plans to fix the dishwasher. So, I mean, right there, a dishwasher is gonna run you $500. A good GE dishwasher, a Frigidaire, a good dishwasher is going to run you $500 at Lowe's or Lowe's or Home Depot. About $500. I replaced mine like 5 years ago, and I think I ended up paying like $4 something for it, and it's very good, and it was very easy to install. If Phil wants to get a plumber to install it, that's probably going to run him, let's say, another $200. Another $200, Phil. So you're talking about maximum $700 to get your dishwasher fixed, okay? And then you're talking about the dishwasher and then the staycation. So the staycation, I guess, will run you, how much you paying for DoorDash, Phil? So one DoorDash meal and a day of shopping. So whatever he spends on his day off, that would be what he spent for his vacation or his staycation, because he's not planning anything else. He's just going to basically hang out with his wife at home and then one day maybe go out and go shopping, which I'm guessing will probably be his normal day off to do his errands, and that'll count as air quotes shopping. So, whatever he spends, if he spends $300 on his day off, there you go. So literally for $1,000, Phil can handle a dishwasher and do his staycation. Will he do any of it? I doubt it. I doubt he's going to do any of it. He might do the dishwasher just because it Dishwasher impacts food. So maybe he might do dishwasher. Maybe he's tired of eating out of paper plates and people making fun of him because he uses paper plates. He might do that. I'm calling bullshit on the honeymoon. He's never going to the zoo. That requires going out and being in public. The 10-year plan, that's never going to happen. He's never going to get a job, and no way he's going to give his mom $4K back. The broken toilet, he has another one, so he figures there's no point in spending money on something when you have another. That's Phil's philosophy. So I doubt the toilet or shower is ever going to get fixed. He may fix it if he has to sell the property. He may put some money into it, but by then he probably just won't give a fuck and be like, nope, it is what it is. Buy as is. I'm selling the house as is. The other thing that I didn't put in here, of course, is the mold removal, because you know he has that pink mold all up in that fucking house. So pink mold is some crazy shit. Pink and black mold, that's expensive to remove, because that's not only on the outside, that's typically in the inside of the sheetrock and shit, and that requires tearing down sheetrock. That's very expensive shit. That's not cheap stuff. So I'm not even listing that here, because I doubt Phil would even consider ever fucking doing that. But again, these are the things that he's talked about for the last 5 years that he hasn't done, touched, or even fucking remotely taken steps to do anything about. And my prediction, he may do the dishwasher. Maybe. He might do the dishwasher. But everything else, nope. Nope. And you know why? Because if he actually does any of this shit, he can't use it to be a victim anymore. He can't sit there and complain and say, oh, woe is me. I don't have any money to take my wife on a vacation. I don't have any money to take my wife to the zoo. The 10-year plan. The broken toilet. I can't fix the broken toilet because it makes him a fucking victim. It does. And if he finally fixes them, then he can't use that. Well, he'll use it for like the next year and talk about, man, I had to fix my dishwasher and that was very expensive. That set me back, folks. That set me back, guys. I had to spend, no lie, $1,500 to replace my dishwasher. And support's been slow. So, I'm struggling, folks. I'm struggling. He's gonna use it for that. But again, he can't use it for woe is me. I'm a poor e-beggar and I need you to throw money my way. Anyway, folks, that's the update. I'll keep it updated and let you guys know where Phil is in the honey to-do list. Again, I don't think any of it's gonna get done. Maybe the dishwasher. We'll see. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.